This entire weekend, I had to read the most outrageous statements or watch the most outrageous statements ever made in regards to TJ Watt, Chris Canty, and all these so-called ESPN insiders who make millions of dollars a year saying stupid things like trade TJ Watt for Brock Purdy. Do you know the Pittsburgh Steelers are 1-10 without TJ Watt? Do you know, just based off TJ Watt's play a year, just off his play, they're guaranteed 2 victories just based off TJ Watt's play? I've seen the stats on it. I don't know how they come up with it, but they've come up with the stats. Last year, TJ Watt, in a supposed off year, had 6 forced fumbles. Forget sacks. He had 11 sacks. Forget the sacks. 6 forced fumbles. Most NFL players don't have 6 forced fumbles in an entire career. TJ Watt is the all-time leader in forced fumbles. Statistically, TJ Watt is the best pass rusher to ever play in the NFL, ever. Better than Lawrence Taylor, better than Reggie White. It's a fact. He's the best pass rusher to ever play in the NFL. Pat McAfee had it on his show, the stats, they did it. I'm not going to get into all the stats because most people don't listen anyway. They just want to hear somebody say something outrageous, and that's the story they'll run with. So let me get this straight to all the million-dollar experts. Let's just say, hypothetically, we got rid of TJ Watt, and Brock Purdy was the starting quarterback for the Steelers. So now he's a below-average quarterback. So now you get rid of your best defensive player for a below-average quarterback, and you're losing games by 30 points, 35 points. That makes sense to you? Because that's exactly what would happen. Listen, Steelers Nation, I know you're frustrated. I'm frustrated too. But we're a lot closer to being a good team than a bad team. And getting rid of TJ Watt would be the biggest mistake that the Pittsburgh Steelers have ever made. I don't want to hear that he's about him being 30 years old. 30 years old today is not 30 years old in the NFL in 1990, where all of a sudden, if you were 30 years old, you were considered a dinosaur and a fossil. He still has 3 to 5 super productive years left. What indication? Because it's not only analysts saying this. Now they have the fan base saying these stupid things. It's just stupid. I hate that I even have to address this, but I have to. What indication last year did TJ Watt give you that he was slowing down? Because he only had 11 sacks? Do you know how hard it is, 1 sack? Do you know how fast the quarterbacks get rid of the football? And against the Steelers, let's say a quarterback against all other teams got rid of the ball in 1.9 seconds. Against the Steeler, it's 1.1 because they know that he's coming. Alex Highsmith, I love Alex Highsmith. He's a good player. He's not a great player. But my only problem with Alex Highsmith is this. When you have TJ Watt on one side and he's getting double-teamed, triple-teamed, quadruple-teamed, chipped, you name it, Alex Highsmith should have better production. So when you see those little stretches of games where TJ Watt didn't get a sack, Alex Highsmith's numbers should increase, but they don't. And neither do Nick Herbig's. Now, Nick Herbig Nick Herbig is a very good player. They're both very good players, but they're not TJ Watt. They're not one of the... He's a legend in the game. Do you understand this? When you see the Mount Rushmore of defensive players, I'm not going to mention any Baltimore Ravens, Lawrence Taylor, Ronnie Lott, Reggie White, there's TJ Watt. He's that good, Steeler Nation. Stop taking him for granted. This is a once-in-a-lifetime player, and when he's gone, you're going to be sad. Appreciate him now while he's here. Stop listening to Woke Center and stupid ESPN. I understand that this time of year, it's hard to come up with content for football. But saying stupid, baseless things makes you... I don't understand how you even get a paycheck for saying something like that. Did you look at the stats? Do you see how much better the Pittsburgh Steelers are with TJ Watt on the field than when he doesn't play? The numbers are like outrageous. If I said the numbers, you wouldn't even believe them. They give up an average of like 12 points more a game when he doesn't play. 12 point something, close to 13 points. The sack differential, they go from like 0.8 to plus 1.9. Every category statistically, the Pittsburgh Steelers are better on offense and defense when TJ Watt plays. I'm so tired of all these. Everybody wants to make a splash statement instead of just sticking to reality. TJ Watt, he's going to want big money to re-sign because he knows he's the best defensive player in the league. It doesn't help that a division rival and Myles Garrett got $40 million. I don't think he likes Myles Garrett. He's not going to say that. They're division rivals. There's always egos involved. But I want TJ Watt to remember one thing. Hey, I don't ever want to talk about how another man goes about his business with his money and how much money, because it's none of my business. But remember one thing, TJ Watt and Steelers fans. The New England Patriots, multiple Super Bowl winners. Tom Brady, he was ranked like number 17th in salary when he played. Gronkowski, he wasn't the highest paid tight end. Now, Julian Edelman, he was never going to get the highest receiver, amount of money in the league. But all of those players were underpaid compared to their peers because they took team-friendly deals because they wanted to win championships. Now, I know the cap just went up. The Steelers were already under the cap. I think the world to TJ Watt. I think he deserves every single penny. But this is a team game. And no, I don't think they should ever trade TJ Watt under any circumstance, ever. But going back to what I originally said, this weekend's rumor was trade TJ Watt for Brock Purdy. Oh my God. Do you need attention? Is that what it is? Because you're acting like a child telling lies because you want attention with these kind of statements. It's so stupid. Let's look at an article where Capoli thinks Aaron Rodgers could be the hang-up in TJ Watt contract negotiations. Last week, TJ Watt posted a picture of himself giving a peace sign on his Instagram story. There's a good chance that it didn't mean anything in particular. However, that hasn't stopped people from wondering why it was posted and questioning whether it has anything to do with his future in Pittsburgh. Since the topic is emerging, there's become a larger focus on Watt and his contract negotiations. Recently, Steelers insider Mark Capoli wonders whether Aaron Rodgers' looming decision could be part of the reason for the delay in Watt's eventual contract extension. I think the hang-up, the Steelers want to see what Aaron Rodgers is going to get. Capoli said, speaking on 93.7 The Fan on Monday, and whatever is left, they might say, okay, TJ, this is it. Watt is heading into the final year of his current deal. There's little doubt that his career in Pittsburgh will continue past the 2025 season. There aren't any reasons to believe otherwise at this point. However, that doesn't mean everything is all fine and dandy at this moment. All right, we already knew what Myles Garrett got. I am completely prepared to say, you know what? Mason Rudolph is our guy. Whoever is our backup's our backup. It's time to move on from Aaron Rodgers because it's just time to move on. That's it. It's over. And all the speculation about Aaron Rodgers, what he's doing, again, we are not there. We are not in the phone. We are not in the meeting rooms. They could have told Aaron Rodgers, meaning Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, and Art Rooney, you have till, August 22nd to make up your mind, and then that's it. We don't know if they gave him a date. And we'll never know because I don't think either side will tell us. But this has nothing to do with TJ Watt. If Mason Rudolph's our guy going into the season, so be it. Next year, we get our quarterback in the draft. I don't want a quarterback in the draft this year. I don't think any of the quarterbacks are worthy to take in the first round whatsoever. I'm not going to change my stance whatsoever. And I sure as hell don't want Brock Purdy at all. Ever. Brock Purdy was on a great team at one point, great defense, 2 stud receivers, Christian McCaffrey. They still couldn't win the big game. He's not going to come to Pittsburgh and put the Steelers over the hump. It's just not going to happen. So all these stupid, outlandish statements are just dumb. I'm over it. I'm not talking about this. TJ Watt. I'm going to end it with this. TJ Watt. When it's all said and done, he's already the best pass rusher in the history of the NFL. It's not because I want him to be. It's statistically proven already on multiple angles and levels. Per snap, per game, per play, he's the best defensive pass rusher to ever play in the NFL. Appreciate him before he is gone.